All right, today we're going to talk about using Twitter in your business. If you currently have a Twitter account and are using Twitter, could you put a note in the question box? Let me know if you have an account and are using Twitter. Okay, not many people are using Twitter. All right, so let's just start here. We're going to talk about how to use Twitter in your business. I'm Maureen. I'm a KWU approved trainer, an EDGE ambassador for Keller Williams, Market Center Tech at a couple of market centers, and former engineer and tech trainer. All right, what we're going to review today is Twitter. What is it? Why do real estate agents need it? How do we set it up? And when should you use it? If you have any questions throughout the process, please just put a note in the question box and I'll check often and see if there's any questions to answer. So what is Twitter? Twitter is an online social networking service and microblogging service. Microblogging meaning small bits of information. A blog might have information about Sarasota in general. A microblog might talk about Siesta Key Beach. It's just a small segment of population. So that's what Twitter is, online social networking service, microblogging service, and it lets users send and read text-based messages of up to 140 characters each, and those are called tweets. Those are small messages. So it's kind of like texting online. But it's not Facebook. So Facebook would be more personalized. So on Facebook you might talk about what you had for lunch. On Twitter it's more like a business or information sharing, but through a medium like texting. So that's what we'd expect to see. Okay. So why do real estate agents need Twitter? Well, Twitter is not a real estate sales site. So we don't really want to use it to post our listings and to just be real estate, real estate, real estate. We don't want to do that. It's about having interesting conversations with people. It's about building the relationships with those people and moving towards taking those relationships offline as they develop. Twitter helps you make friends with people online. So that's what the goal is. It's still social media, but it's not the social media we would see on the other formats like a Pinterest or a Facebook. LinkedIn would be more business-like. And Twitter is sharing information. You're branding yourself in some way. So you might be branded as, like for golf. Let's say you're a golfer and you're branded as having the best, I'm not a golfer, but let's say it's the best, you probably have let's say the top record for drives of how far you could drive the ball. So you would be talking about golf clubs, about your swing, and all of this stuff would build people to say you are the expert in that thing. And because you're also a real estate agent, you might become their real estate agent because they like you and they know you, but you're not trying to sell them listings. So Twitter is not the forum, a sales forum. It's more of a interesting conversation with people and people getting to know you. So you want to create a brand that is not necessarily, and I don't know if necessarily is the right word, it really isn't a real estate brand, so to speak. You're not the real estate agent for Lakewood Ranch. It's not about branding that way. Branding is critical and it gives you a leg up on the conversations, but it's branding, like I mentioned, for like golf. If you have the best drive, then that's your brand, and you talk about that in your tweets so that people then connect to you that way. You want to follow and engage with people in your community. Twitter helps you become known in your neighborhood. And you want to attend local tweet-ups. When people have tweet-ups or these local networking events that are arranged on Twitter, you might want to attend. That would be another place to network. And then you take that brand with you. So you might have your golf shirt. You might have that as your picture of you in a particular golf shirt, and then you show up in that. People recognize you because of that. The other plus to real estate agents using Twitter is Google is indexing Twitter. So it's looking at the tweets like every few seconds. And so if you are on there, your name starts coming up in search engines for whatever it is that you're branding about. So that is a critical piece for real estate agents, is getting your name out there. And if you're a golf pro, you might be talking about golfing neighborhoods. You might take it down that line. And then if someone's looking for property that's golf neighborhood, and this particular golf neighborhood is showing up because you live in, let's say, Waterleaf, and you keep speaking about the golfing and Waterleaf and the driving, and then, you know, are all related to golf, when people search for Waterleaf, your name might come up, and then they'll see that you're a real estate agent. So that would be the why to use Twitter. So how do you create the brand? Well, the brand should be completely unrelated to your real estate profession. This is what we just talked about. You want people to know you as a person, not as a salesperson trying to shove your real estate down their throat. So that's what your brand should be about. Think about what you know about. Your brand could be centered around a geographical area, golf courses. You talk about the best golf courses. You talk about the best places to find a nice spot on the beach, the nicest restaurants, and you become known for that brand. Your area, you think about, is it a tourist community? What's it's known for? What are your strengths? Do you have some advice to help or offer people? Do you teach at the community center Facebook for grandparents? Is that your brand? Something that makes people want to follow you, it should be your brand, and that's what you're going to be mostly tweeting about. Now, you can have a business account too. I have a Maureen Legas account, and I also have a Florida Gulf Coast Group Twitter account, and I tweet differently. Just like you would relate differently on Facebook from your business page, your business profile, than you would from your personal page. All right, and you want to follow and engage with the people who live by you, because those are the people that might use you for real estate. You can also have a brand, a local brand, that you connect with other real estate agents for referrals, and that becomes a good source for you. If you become the expert on an area and you're tweeting with agents outside the area, you become a referral source for them. You want to look for people who live in the nearby cities, so you can search on Twitter and follow people who live nearby. If they seem interesting, and they seem to have interesting conversations on their profile page on Twitter, then you can engage them in conversations. You can network with them, make sure your conversations are about ideas that don't always focus on your real estate practice. What you're trying to do is build relationships and make friends. And you can offer help through your own network and knowledge base as well. You can create networking groups and networking meetings, and we'll talk about that in a minute. You can attend the local tweet-ups. Now, there are sometimes advertised on Twitter that they're having a tweet-up in a community. You can go and network with people. You can become the trusted advisors for folks on Twitter based on your brand, whatever you find that to be. You want to become the go-to person for your brand. So if you are golf, you want to be the person to go to when people have a question about golf or golf communities. And you could do that through the social networking activities. And you want to look for ways to help the people with any of their issues. And once you find that you're helping them, they will help you. They'll make sure people get to you. All right, now we're going to talk about setting up the account. Does anyone have any questions about what the reasons to use Twitter would be and why real estate agents should use Twitter, the part that we've covered so far? Any questions on that? Okay. So setting up your Twitter account. If you don't have a Twitter account, you want to go to www.twitter.com, and it will give you an option here to either sign in or sign up for a new Twitter account. And when you click to sign up for Twitter, it's going to take you through some steps and set up that account. It's going to ask you for like your profile name. You can view your profile. It'll ask you for password if you want to change your password, email notifications, set up your profile, pick a design. So you can set this up when you sign in to Twitter. Well, actually, the first thing that happens when you create an account, it's going to ask you to pick people to follow. And you would search through and pick some people to follow. And then it will take you, then after you pick the first, it'll say pick, I don't know, 5 or 10 people. They'll say, that's great, now pick 5 or 10 more people, because the thing is, it wants you to follow people. So, and following people, then you receive, like here, I follow Pete, and his blasts appear on my feed, on my main page. Once you come into Twitter, this little toggle up here at the right side, you would click the down arrow and click on settings, and then from settings you'll have all of your settings to set up, and then you go through and you set the page up in a way that works for you and look towards your brand. Okay, so what you want to do, you want to follow people on Twitter, because once you follow them, they get notification of that and they will follow you back. If the folks are following you, so if you have people that are following you that found you, then follow them back too. And that way you'll start to build connections with them. You want to make sure to determine your brand. This is how you start the process. Make sure to determine what your brand will be, and then use a hashtag for your brand. Now, we haven't talked about hashtags, but hashtags would be kind of like a appendix in a book. You go to a keyword in the appendix, and it'll tell you what pages to find that on. And that's what a hashtag is. It starts with a pound sign, which is the number sign, and then some kind of word that identifies what that message, that tweet is about. So let's say that you are the local golf expert. You can have a hashtag golf with me, and then that pound sign golf with me would appear whenever you post about golf. And then when people get to know you, they can just search Twitter for the pound sign golf with me to find what you're saying. So that's what a hashtag is. And then Twitter only allows 140 characters in each tweet, each message. So if you are going to post a URL, then you want to use the Google shortener or some other URL shortener to create a small version of that URL. When I'm done, I'm going to go through the slides, and then I'm going to take you live onto my Twitter accounts to show you. Okay, when to use Twitter? Well, some information about your brand. If you have information about your brand that's newsworthy, not Facebook friendly. So again, don't post what you had for lunch, but if you found out that a golf course is closing down for a week for repairs and everyone's excited about that because there's been problems with the sand traps, then you might want to post that on your golf brand using your golf brand hashtag. Any kind of community information or announcement that might be good. If we know that they're having a music night for local talent, you might want to post that. If you find out that they're going to have a run to benefit the Cancer Society, you might want to post information about that. I remember when they had that cruise ship, that Costa cruise ship that tipped over, and there was nothing on the news. I went to my Twitter account and looked for Costa, and then found all the information from people that were standing on the dock watching it happen, and they were tweeting to give that information. And actually, the government attack when they got Osama bin Laden, that almost didn't work because the neighbors started to tweet that people stormed the house. So Twitter is just really taken on a whole life of its own. You might want to tweet about any new tool or training information. If you become the expert, let's say, on teaching the community, grandparents how to use Facebook, you might want to tweet on any new information about that. If you are tweeting about technology, like for me, I tweet a lot about technology, then I might want to post a new tool or a new cameras that came available, or something new to use for taking video. I might post a tweet about that. You also want to use Twitter to comment on maybe other people's posts or retweet. That means take something that they have and send it out. If you're a Facebook user, that would be more like a share. So if somebody says something, you want to share it, then that would be called a retweet. And those are ways to use Twitter. An open house. Now I mentioned not to use Twitter as your real estate sales, but you can take an open house and turn it into a tweet up. So you can mention it on Twitter that you're having an open house and all your Twitter fans, you want to meet there for a tweet up. And when they get there, you encourage the people to take pictures of the open house and post those on Twitter. And so it can kind of go viral. It would be a way to network and get people out to your house to see it for the sellers, and then also to get those people, that networking group there, to kind of get the house going viral by tweeting about it as well. When to tweet? Well, you want to tweet 1 to 5 times a day. You want to at least tweet once a day. You could tweet up to 5 times a day if you're trying to share information. Then I would share that maybe 5 times, because then Google will pick that up and notice that something's going on. It'll move you to the top of the search engines. All right, and then do not tweet listings. We talked about that. So make sure that you are not giving the consumers something that they don't want. Tweeting with your listings, here's a new listing, here's a new sales listing, that's more of a Facebook fan page kind of thing. You can put some of that information if you have a business Twitter account, but it really shouldn't be on your primary Twitter account. All right, and then follow me. So my name on Twitter is Maureen Legas. Talks directly to me. So if you want to tweet on Twitter to me, it's at Maureen Legas. Everybody can see that. That doesn't mean it's private, but that would go directly to me. And then my business one is Florida Gulf Coast Group, spelled like this, at Florida Gulf Coast Group. All right, so let me see what's here. Let me go back. Does anyone have any questions so far? And then I'm going to take this live and go on the Twitter accounts and show you. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go first to my, where is it? This is my Maureen Legas profile page. So I have posted 77 tweets. I'm following 68 people, and there are 87 people following me. So if I click, when I first come in, if I'm on my home page, the picture I have in the background is my pool area. And that's what I had branded for myself at one point, was my pool. My business flyers had it, my magnets on my car, everything had my pool. So this is my main page for my Maureen Legas account on Twitter. And if I go up here and click the toggle, then I'll see where settings are. Click settings. And this is where you would go and change your profile, the design, apps, email notifications, and here's your account information. My username, my email, what my local time is, add the location to my tweet so it says where I'm tweeting from, and then you would just personalize this however you like. You can go to your profile and change your picture, your header, location, my website name, your bio. I just put mom. See, I didn't put the real estate first, but wife, mom, realtor, tech leader, passionate about learning. So I might also put in here KWU trainer, because I've got that certification. And then save the changes. Oh, that's nice. So I don't know what's, hopefully I didn't lose. Let me see. Are you guys still hearing me, or did I lose you too? Is my internet down? Let's see if I can go back. Is anybody still out there? Can you hear me? I'm going to see if I can. Yep, so I'm still on. I don't know why the Twitter died here. Okay, yep, still here. Thank you. I'm not sure why I lost Twitter. Maybe Twitter's down. Let me go to my Florida Gulf Coast page and my homepage for the Florida Gulf Coast group. I have tweeted 49 times. I'm following 69 people, and there are 15 people following me on the business page. And so same thing, you would go to the toggle and settings, and you would change your settings. So I have a little bit different on my business page because it's more geared towards the real estate stuff. Bio Realtors, Legis, Wolcott, Sheps, and Schaefer serving Lakewood Ranch. So that's what I put on my business page. And then when you want to look for someone to follow, you might want to search for, let's see, following. So you can, these are the people that I'm following on Facebook, on Twitter. And then you could, there might be some people who to follow, some suggestions, view all. So it's going to give you suggestions who to follow. Keller Williams, Seattle, national speaker, Minnesota Family Fun. Well, I might follow them because that's Troy. Let's see who else. Lisa Archer, she is a tech trainer and a great KW agent. Let's say I'm going to follow her. And you would just click people that you want to follow. It doesn't all have to be real estate. This is just suggesting based on who I'm currently following. But you can put ideas in. You can say a person's full name or username, but you can do categories. Who to follow, browse categories. So I might want to follow music, sports, entertainment, local. You can look for people in your local area. You could search by location, business, books, and you could follow, let's see, travel. And if you are a frequent flyer on JetBlue, you can follow them for their updates. Maybe they give out discounts or sales. So that's the idea. So you create this group of people. Let me see if I can get back to my Twitter page. I want to get to my profile for my home page, but you can create this this group of people that you want to connect with, and you're just building relationships. So here at home, very strange. All right, well, we'll skip that one. We'll just stick with this one. When you're home and you have the people that you're following, then you can look and see what they're tweeting about, and then you can make comments. So, and here's where you retweeted by the Herald Tribune. So this person makes a comment, and the Herald Tribune retweeted it. See, and then these are different, and you can pick news feeds, and when you are tweeting, they're paying attention because they would follow you, they get that information, and then you might be someone that's interviewed by the news media. Okay, so does anyone have any questions about how to use Twitter? And do you feel comfortable that you could go sign up, create an account, and then try it out? Any questions? No? Okay. All right, so if once you create the Twitter account, look for me and follow me on Twitter too, and then I'll follow back. And then if you have any questions, then you can, I'm going to show you direct message. So I mentioned to you when you do the @ like if you compose a new tweet for me, you could do @Maureen Legis, and it comes directly to me. If you want it to be private, because this comes to me, but it'll be on feeds, and anyone who follows me will see it or follows you. If you want it to be private, that's a direct message. So you would want to click on your toggle and go to direct message. And then you could send a new message for whoever that you pick here. So at Maureen Legas here, that would be directly to me that nobody else can see. So that's a private message. All right, so that's the only other tricky thing for now. All right, if you have no more questions, then I will close it off for now. Follow me again. Oh, I want to show you the webinars that are coming up for the month of March. Thursday, action plans, organize your business from contract to close. The following week on March 14th, social media series, the top iPad apps for your business. On March 21st, Market Insider, what can this pro feature do for your business? And on March 28th, social media series, Facebook. Do you have a Facebook account but don't seem to be getting any leads? You have a Facebook business page, but it's not something you're really proud to share. We're going to talk about all that on March 28th. All right, thanks so much for tuning in today, and we'll see you next time.